Hey everybody, this is Eric Nam here, and I hope you guys are doing well. I'm here to tell you about an incredible project that I've been working on for quite some time. You may have heard of it by now, but it's called Mindset. So Mindset is an audio platform that we've created at Dive, and it is for artists to tell their most vulnerable, intimate, personal stories about themselves and about their lives. And the application is finally available, and my audio collection, Eric Nam's Mindset, is available right now. I get into things about my life, my upbringing that I've never shared before anywhere, really. And it's very personal, it's very deep, and it covers a range of topics, from mental health and wellness to bullying to overcoming some of the biggest challenges of my life. I also have conversations with my mom, who, as many of you may know, was she did not like that I became a singer. But very heartfelt moments there, conversations with my mentor from college, a professor, and just a lot of things that I hope people will listen to, find some sort of healing, feel uplifted, get your heart all warm, but also understand that, there are difficulties in life and there are certain ways, there are certain mindsets that we can have to overcome them together. So please check it out. You can download the app right now on the App Store, whichever App Store you have. It's called Mindset by Dive Studios. And if you want it easier, you can go to the link in the description of this podcast or go to getmindset.com, G-E-T, M-I-N-D, set, S-E-T.com, and you can get the app. And you can also start listening for free. There's a free intro and there's a free first episode. I'm warning you, you might cry, okay? You might cry, but I really hope this is some great audio content that really touches you in some great ways. And I hope you guys check it out. So please check it out. Download the app, getmindset.com. And I hope you guys love it. And I'll see you guys on Mindset. Now back to your show.
On this week's Nonsensible podcast.
Yes.
Where?
New York.
New York, where?
Queens.
Cool.
I was just about to say, Sylvie, you're such an ambivert. How do you know
we
about
have
that?
a guest, Sam.
Oh, sorry.
We have guests.
Sorry.
He actually
I had
ended up
no
pissing it. What is
idea.
this guy's name?
What are you going to beat us?
What was the guy?
Yes.
This is Nonsensible.
Welcome back to Nonsensible with Sam.
Saul?
And Dave.
Just to get confusing.
I liked my name being in the middle.
You like it?
Yeah, but we just made the new logo. And
A little sandwich?
My name's right at the end. It sounds best at the end.
So this is the first episode where Saul is officially now a co-host.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Congratulations.
Yeah, welcome.
Thanks, guys.
So did you sign your life away to
I
Dive
had to be
Studios?
so likable for so long for you guys to invite me to be a permanent host.
So now you're going to be an asshole.
Yeah, now I'm going to start being a...
Did you sign your life away?
Yeah, not yet.
You haven't put your pen
Not
to
on-
paper.
I haven't signed on the dotted line yet.
Oh. So this could be the first and last episode.
Okay, I'll be nice.
So why don't you
And
go
our-
ahead and ask your guest?
Our guest today is...
Hi, guys. My name is Kim Jang-Mi. My English name is actually Sylvia Kim.
Sylvia
Nice to meet you.
Kim.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for inviting me.
Welcome.
I would have gone with Rose.
Rose, yes.
Yeah, like I would have thought that would have been the logical English name to have taken, but
Well, the thing is, my parents named me Sylvia first.
uh-huh.
Yeah. My grandma thought it was too hard for her to pronounce, so she decided to name me
So
Jangmi.
Grandma was going to have a hard time saying Rose?
Sylvia.
Oh, Sylvia.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You mean you got an English name before a Korean name?
Exactly.
I thought you were saying that your grandma didn't like Rose.
Oh, no.
that's why he hasn't signed the contract yet.
Pay
I'm having
attention.
a hard time following the conversation.
It wasn't that difficult to follow.
Sorry.
So you were, I'm going to take it, you were born in the States then?
Yes.
Where?
New York.
New York, where?
Queens.
Cool.
Her whole family. Her whole family lives in Queens.
All your family lives in Queens.
New York.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you do in Korea, Sylvia Jangmi?
In Korea, what am I doing here?
What are you
right now?
doing here?
Actually, I
I saw you
I-
mingle in YouTube as well.
Oh, really?
Don't you?
Mingle with who?
I mean, mingle on
You
the
meant
platform.
dabble.
Oh, yeah. It was dabble.
You meant dabble.
I meant dabble.
Dabble.
Yeah.
Mingle is kind of like when you
Meeting
kind of
someone.
meeting with
All right,
people.
thanks, guys. I can't make a verbal mistake.
You pick on us when we make verbal mistakes. Yeah.
Like calling a verbal mistake is also kind of weird. Just call it a mistake.
You're a physical mistake.
Oh, wow. He just called you a physical
Yeah.
mistake.
I was trying to just get past it and move on. Tell us what you're doing.
So right now, I'm actually running an F&B. I am a cafe / bar owner, I guess.
FM what?
Food and
F&B,
beverage.
food and beverage.
F&B. Food and beverage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. And I have a clothing brand. Yeah, I've been in fashion for a very long time.
Court, right?
Yes, Court Studios.
So that's quite like on two almost extreme ends of fashion and F&B. Kind of. How do you mix the two?
So the thing is, I started my fashion brand first.
Mhm.
The space initially was a showroom,
Mhm.
but the showroom itself was way too beautiful for us to just keep it as a showroom studio. We had to, the space outgrew us. And we outgrew the space. I'm sorry. We
Mhm.
outgrew the space and we decided to make it into a cafe. Now we just kind of wanted that to become like an experience of the brand itself.
Mhm.
So because of that, we have good music and anything that we really like, we just bring it in within that space. So whoever comes can experience what the brand is like and what we believe in.
Where's it at?
Apgujeong.
Yeah, it's in Apgujeong.
Apgujeong.
Yeah, you did your homework, Saul.
That's why he's getting on the show.
I'm always doing shit like this. I'm always remembering the Queen stuff, the New York stuff. Apgujeong. Get it together.
I knew it all. I wasn't saying
Yeah,
it.
I like the
Generate
natural experience of
conversation.
having a conversation.
Oh, you knew all of it?
Playing Jeopardy over here. Jesus.
Sylvia Jeopardy.
Yeah, Jesus.
You've also been on television as well, and that's where a lot of people have probably recognized you from.
Yes.
Dating program, right?
Yes.
This is a question I had for you because I'm also involved in television, and in a similar kind of way, because I'm involved in television with my children, so I'm showing a lot of the personal side of my life on television.
Right.
But for you, it was also your personal life, but you're also looking at meeting someone and developing a relationship with, which for me would also seem somewhat more difficult than what I'm doing in terms of television.
Were you actually looking for love?
Yes, I was.
Wow.
I really was. Yeah.
Just conceptually saying I'm looking for love. Hey, there's an opportunity to do it on television. I'm going to lay it all on the line. Everyone in Korea and possibly anyone around the world that wants to watch it via the internet can watch me potentially stumble through love. What went through your mind in the thought process of saying, let's do it?
Honestly, I'm going to be honest. I didn't think the show was going to be so successful.
It ended up being big.
Yeah, it really was. I think really the talk of the year or this
It was
season. It was
huge.
pretty big. I was 29 when I filmed it.
Mhm.
I'm now 32 in America. And I just told myself, you know what? Before I turn 30, I'm going to just do something crazy. I'll just do it as almost like an ending ceremony of my 20s, right? And then when I filmed it, I was just thinking, oh, you know what? When am I ever going to meet a guy in Korea? Because that's when I used to still live in New York. It's like, you know what? Maybe it'll be kind of cool to meet someone through TV
Mhm.
or, this opportunity. So I went. I was in Korea filming and I really didn't think much of it. I really didn't. And I ended up having interest in a boy that I met there eventually. But I feel like it's kind of inevitable to start becoming interested because you're living in the house
Yeah.
for an entire month. Like every single day you're seeing this person.
It's like real world.
It is. It is. And I feel, I know this is funny, but I kind of felt like I was getting brainwashed too.
Yeah.
Like this is the only guy that you can like meet because like there's only 4 guys in the house, you know? So you start eventually, seeing the good traits. Even though I wasn't initially attracted to him, I started seeing the good in him and stuff like that. So it was just very natural. Yeah. And I think that's why the show itself did so well because it wasn't scripted and because the feelings that everybody were feeling within the house was like, it was very strong.
Wow.
Yeah.
It must have been awkward as well, though, because after the filming's finished, you can go and watch the TV show. So you're seeing things that are going on behind the scenes that you didn't actually see.
Exactly.
So you're seeing other situations play out between potentially the person that you're interested in and another woman.
Yes.
And you're like, well, I'm interested in this guy. He's like the nicest guy in the world. And maybe he's like hitting on another girl. And all of a sudden you're like, this son of a...
Yeah.
No, for real. I'm like, oh, so that's what was going on, huh? Like
He actually ended up pissing it. What is this guy's name?
What are you gonna beat us?
What was the guy?
Yes.
What was the?
You got a contract
You
out?
sounded extremely dangerous, bro.
What's this guy's name? I would just want to be able to talk about it.
Get the Italian mob.
You get the Italian
Get
mob.
them.
The Italian. So the relationship has gone sour since the show?
Pretty much.
Oh.
No, we're really close friends, which is funny because I'm actually working on a new TV show called Friends.
I'll be there for you.
There's going to be another
Not that
show
Friends.
called Friends.
Not that one.
I hope it becomes as big as
a
the
Korean
original.
Ross and a Korean Rachel with a laugh track.
That's so funny because my friends were like, yo, seriously, if you were one of the characters in Friends, you would be Rachel. I was like, why?
Really?
Not Rachel, I'm sorry. Courtney.
Courtney.
You'd
Courtney.
be a Joey.
But that's what, I swear to God.
Absolutely.
I swear to God, people have said that my whole life.
You're a Joey, dude.
Yeah. And I'm always like, does that mean I'm stupid? And people are like, just means you're
No,
like,
you're just fun.
Cute
You're
and fun.
It could be worse. It could be
But
worse.
light.
Could be worse. My friends used to say I was like Turtle from Entourage.
Yeah, used to get that too.
Yeah.
Don't worry about that. That's just we're a little overweight with a beard.
Yeah.
Every drunk person just like, you look like Turtle when
Yeah.
that show was popping. But so the guy, what's the guy's name though? Really?
His name is Togyun.
So did you like continue to date Togyun after the?
A little bit. We actually, we didn't become a couple. He eventually chose the girl that he liked initially.
This was during the filming of the
Yeah,
show.
during the filming, he chose someone else. So we didn't end up becoming a couple. But we did try seeing each other after the show, after we stopped filming.
Because it didn't work out with the other girl.
Yeah.
Does the other girl
So
know
he's-
that? Yeah. Or is this like breaking news on Nonsensible?
Kind of. I guess in like an official, TV or podcast.
This is where you got to say, you heard it here, folks.
God damn it, Saul. God damn it, Saul. Don't put me on the spot.
You gotta
I'm just listening to
stare at the camera and say, you heard it here first, folks.
You do it.
You heard it here, folks.
So is that you said you're like still friends with him, but just friends?
Yes. No
That's-
feelings.
What emotionally when you come out of that house though? Like you watch shows like Big Brother and also the shows like Survivor where people are stuck in this environment that they cannot remove themselves from.
Mm-hmm.
And there are different relationships that are building. I imagine that mentally it's got to be incredibly draining when you remove yourself from that environment.
It is. Honestly.
Like, how do you deal with that? And also you're finding out the media attention
Mm-hmm.
that you're garnering from that television program.
Honestly, right after I filmed it, I moved back to New York because I had a clothing store at that time.
Mhm.
So I moved back to New York and I didn't really feel anything, I didn't really experience the fame
The
that
wave
we
of
were
fame.
the wave of fame that we were receiving until I literally got to JFK. and people on the Korean Air were like bombarding me with like
Wow.
101 questions and photos, and I was so dumbfounded, like, oh my God, like, is this real? Like, what's going on? Like, because I didn't feel anything. I was just like living my normal life right until the JFK.
Was that like JFK on your way back to Korea?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
on my way back to Korea.
And then when you got to Korea,
And then when I got to Korea, it was literally everywhere. It was in the airport.
Whoa.
It was crazy. And I felt like I was kind of in like a unlike an episode of The Twilight Zone. Like it didn't feel real to me. But honestly, because I'm an extrovert, right? So I'm a secret introvert, but I'm very
What do we call- what's
There's
it
a
called
word
again?
for that. What was that word?
Ambivert.
Ambivert.
I was just about to say, Sylvie, you're such an ambivert.
Yeah, I'm a fake extrovert, but
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty good with people because I've had a lot of experience through sales and
Yeah.
my other prior jobs, but I didn't think it would bother me so much that like people just coming to me and like recognizing me. In the beginning, I thought it was kind of cool, but when it was every single day, it was kind of hard. Yeah. Which led me to move out from Seoul. I decided to move to Pangyo.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
which
still a
is
nice
like
area,
a little,
near Bundang.
it's really nice there.
Yeah, it's a nice area.
Yeah. But I just kind of wanted to, be a little secluded, but still feel the city life.
It's close to
Yeah.
Gangnam.
But now you're going to put yourself back. in
I'm
a similar
ready
si-
for this now.
Are you ready?
Yeah,
So you're mentally back in a place where you're like,
Yes.
bring it on.
Yeah.
Now I'm like,
I'm ready for
I'm
this
good
now.
now.
Can I say
you
Yeah.
can say whatever you want.
Yeah. We curse like a. But the more,
Because he's a sailor. Look at the tattoos on that man.
but he has to edit all of it out. So recently, I've been trying not to curse.
Yes,
So
I
much.
noticed that. Like I was watching one of our like podcast highlights. And
Yeah.
it was just like I was like, I'm like Jesus.
we should put in the beeps.
Yeah,
But no, I think it's more important that the conversation is natural.
yeah.
Swear as much as you want.
Natural.
Okay, cool.
So you worked at an airport like as a server before
Oh,
the
how do you-
fame, right?
Wait, what?
And we studied.
I'm trying to be Korean
It's like
Nardwar.
6 years?
Dude,
Actually, no. Actually, I waitressed. I was a server
In the
in,
airport.
in an airport.
Yeah.
When I was 18, though. How did you know that?
Nardwar.
Whoa, wait.
Yep.
What?
We know everything. Everything.
What?
But so it must have been crazy for you to go from a waitress to like a crazy celebrity. At
I mean,
JFK.
I've had so many jobs.
Yeah.
I've been a waitress, a server. I've interned in a whole bunch of places. I worked at a clothing store as a salesperson.
It kind of seemed like marketing was the direction you were kind of taking your
I wanted
career in
to
initially.
dabble.
Dabble.
Dabble. I wanted to dabble into.
Or mingle, if I may.
You can mingle as much as you want.
I wanted to dabble into a lot of things. I wanted to expose myself to a lot of things when I was young. So I worked for free a lot of the times too. I worked as like a photo assistant, like a stylist assistant. Ultimately, because I was trying to figure out, I wanted to be very well rounded when I was young.
It's
so.
good to pick up trades.
Mhm.
It's definitely good to pick up trades.
Yeah.
And also to have, to be well-rounded. I think we live in a society now where everyone's so focused on being a specialist. But once you paint yourself in the corner, you're kind of screwed if you want to get out of that.
And with the way technology is moving, we never know.
Well, robots going to take over our job sooner or later
Yeah.
anyway.
So you got to be good at a bunch of stuff. That's why I mingle in cooking and I was waiting to say that.
Mingle. He always mingles.
I bet.
So,
I hate you.
but
You and your rosy cheeks.
your initial trip to Korea was for the television show.
No, at that time, actually.
Or did you already have the brand in place?
Yeah, not this brand that I'm working on right now, but I had a small clothing shop in
Mhm.
Queens. And I used to make frequent visits to Korea to buy the merchandise. Yeah.
Oh,
So
so you would sell Korean fashion
products.
items in New York, I see.
Exactly. So I
Did you
used
have
to go to
did you have
a
an
lot of
online
trade
store as
shows.
well?
Yeah, we did. We did.
Yes.
Yes.
That used to be a trend back in the day.
Yeah.
I used to see a lot of Western US websites selling Korean fashion items like back in like 2008, 9. Was that
Yeah.
I
around
think
that
people
time?
still do it, right?
Yeah, they still do it.
Still
There's
do it? Well, I mean, I
quite a
live here
lot
now,
of
so
Yeah.
yeah.
I think it's still like the night market and stuff is crazy here. People go buy tons of stuff.
Yeah,
Well, not
I mean, they were-
anymore.
not anymore.
COVID's
It's not.
kind of-
Because of COVID. Yeah.
Yeah, because of the COVID,
Yeah.
unfortunately. But yeah, so that's what I used to do. So I used to make frequent visits out here. I just so happened to be in town when they wanted to interview me and do the show. Yeah.
How did the whole interview? How did the whole show come up? Was it an application process that anyone could apply for? Was it a friend said, "Hey, I think you'd be great for this"? Was it someone saw you walking down the street and said, "I want to give you a job"? What was it? Go to your line.
Yeah. Did someone walk up to you and say, "I'm going to make you a star"
I wish.
in that Queen's accent?
A star. All right. Well, the thing is, I was in a music video when I was in New York,
What music video?
and I was in the Jay Park solo video.
The song is called Solo.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
I can't say I know the music video, but everyone knows Jay
What
Park.
was your role in there? Were you like the girlfriend?
I was the stylist that he had a crush on.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Didn't know that.
I thought Solo was a dynamic duo song. I want to be solo.
I mean, it's a pretty common word.
Yeah, I guess. I want to see.
You're gonna look at the music video now.
No, I'm just gonna
Oh.
see.
You're not questioning.
No, not that. I want to
Okay.
see if I'm right about dynamic duo.
So I was discovered.
Yes.
So
It was
Discovered.
How did that happen?
I was actually in a concert in New York.
Hang on. How did that happen?
I
She bought a ticket, Sam. Too many questions.
No, hang on. It's like one thing after another. It's like
No,
it's
I
like
think she
peeling
just
an
meant
onion off.
she attended a concert.
Yes, I attended a concert, but the thing is, I did not buy a ticket. It was my friend brought me to the show, and he told me, "Hey, like I am planning to meet my friend Jay, and I have no idea who Jay is because there's so many Jays." He's like, "Oh yeah, like my friend. I'm supposed to meet my friend Jay at this concert. Can you come with me?" I was like, "All right, I live in Queens, so I was like, yes, free ride to Manhattan."
Yeah.
So I was just like chilling in the backstage,
Mhm.
and I wanted to kind of check out the show. So I was like peeking through like the backstage, and somebody, I think from CJ, came and was like, "Oh, you can't be here. It's too dangerous." And I didn't even get to see the glimpse of who was performing. So
Mhm.
I had no idea whose concert it was. I just went to a concert. So the guy told us like, "Hey, just sit around here, wait until your friend comes because you can't you can't go near the stage." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool." So my friend and I at that time were just like taking selfies, and like all of a sudden, all like 20 like people come. They're coming from the performance, and one of the artists was Jay. And when he saw me, he asked. Actually, he didn't ask me directly. He asked my friend if I could be in his music video.
Whoa, after like just seeing you for 2 seconds, he asked her.
More like 5 minutes.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's
It's like,
kind
I
of-
want to make her a star.
Well, you know what? I mean, if I wasn't on that show, I don't think, the producers of Heart Signal have been able to discover me. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
it all, the world works in mysterious ways,
it
and
does. It really does.
I mean, it's a lot of the time it's right time, right place. A lot of
Mhm.
it's just being
it
lucky.
really is.
it could have, your friend could have invited somebody else and Jay could have met that person. For example, he could have invited Saul along and said, hey, I think you'd be great for a music video I'm making.
Yeah.
And
He's a lifesaver.
yeah, it could have worked in mysterious ways for you.
Yeah, I made a song with him, and because he was too busy to be in the music video,
You filmed it
we
separately.
had to make him a Lego character. Yeah, in the California Butterfly video, we just have a J Park
That's
Lego
hilarious.
rapping his verse. But still, he's done a lot for a lot of people.
Yeah.
He does.
So many people's story here comes from him.
Right.
He put out like a list of all the features that he did
Every
over
year,
his
right?
career. It's
Mhm.
crazy.
It is.
So you filmed the music video, then from that, you did the TV show.
Yes.
And now from that's allowed you to do this new upcoming TV show, Friends.
Hmm.
Just-
Is it called like Friends in English?
Yes.
Friends.
Friends.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I was confused about that.
I hope it does well though.
Me
Well,
too.
if
What's
it's
it
good
on?
luck.
What's it on?
It's on Channel A.
Channel A. Okay,
Mhm.
okay.
So it's the cast of, is it the cast of just the season you were on? Or is it the cast
Season
of,
2 and 3.
okay. Do you know
Mhm.
the members of, both those
Both.
seasons?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So are you in same house again? What's the concept? Or can you not talk about it?
I think we're talking about it. Right?
You heard it first here on Nonsensible.
He said it's all
See,
good.
that's how you do it.
We're just waiting for you now.
Wait, what am I supposed
You're
to
supposed to say, you already here first, folks. Yeah.
You already
So
here,
good.
folks.
So good.
What was the question? I'm
So are
sorry.
you in the same house? Are you in are you
Is it the
living in the
same-
same
yeah.
house? Like,
Oh, okay. Is it the same
Concept.
Concept? It's not actually.
What is
I
concept?
don't think it's the same concept. It's kind of like I guess 나 혼자 산다,
mhm.
right?
Uh-huh.
Like we're all living in our houses or whatever. But I think what they're trying to do is just kind of I oversee like our friendship, our life after the show, and things like that. Yeah.
You've obviously all maintained some sort of friendship to enable this to happen then.
Not really. I guess it's mutual interest for
Yeah.
furthering your careers, maybe. I don't know.
Maybe,
Wait, did that sound
maybe.
wrong?
No, that's absolutely. It's very. It can be true.
What was
But
that TV show, Breakups and Makeups? It was
I don't
like
know.
something on MTV. It could be something like that. Like, I'm sure there could be some kind of love line in this show as well.
I don't think so.
You don't think so? There's no one
No.
you're somewhat interested in?
Are you excited to see Dokyun again?
Are you trying to get
I
juicy?
see him
Look
all
at you
the
guys
time.
trying to get
Oh,
juicy
okay.
details.
And I actually have a boyfriend too.
Ah, okay. Sorry, Dokyun.
His
Too little,
house.
too late, bruh.
You snooze, you lose. Oh,
Yeah.
dear me. It just seems like you've had such an interesting opportunity in terms of your career path. Like, is this something you look at in the future for you want to continue on with? Or you've also got a fashion brand as well. Is that
Mhm.
something you want to move in that direction? Do you want to be able to do all of them? These days, you have so many people that are multifaceted kind of, entrepreneurs. So
Mhm.
they dabble in different outlets. What for you is, where do you see it going
I
long
mean,
term?
I think honestly, my hopes are that I would be able to dabble into everything. I would ultimately want to be multifaceted, but
Mhm.
and I think honestly, really all those jobs that I had prior really does help, which is why I always tell like people like, you really don't know where life will bring you, what opportunities will come your way. But if you're not ready, you cannot take on that opportunity. So don't sit on the couch and lounge around, and dread, oh my God, like my life is this way. Because I honestly come from a very average family and I never thought I would be where I am today.
Mhm.
Yeah.
What are your parents' thoughts on where you are today? And especially in terms of the television show,
Uh-huh.
in terms of you laying it out there, looking for love.
Hmm.
I'm not sure. We've had a lot of guests here who have
Mhm.
grown up outside of Korea and they've had quite conservative Korean parents growing up. And
Right.
their parents have kind of been like, I want you to be a lawyer. I want you to be a doctor.
hmm
How were your parents with the whole sort of television?
So my
Opportunity.
parents, it's really funny because when I was younger, I got casted several times. When I was like 14 and 17, I was casted by a producer. And at that time, my parents were like, yeah, I can't. Like, it's so corrupt. Like, it's so dangerous. Like, we're not going to send you off to Korea. And I was like, you know what? Like, my parents, I guess they really hate it. Right. But I was on a TV show when I was 29. So I guess things changed because,
Yeah.
boy, they were so happy.
They liked it?
They loved it. They were like, when is the next episode coming out?
Wow, that's awesome.
Did they watch every episode and were they like
Every
ringing up and
episode.
saying you should have done this and you should have said this and
Oh my God. You know what I should have done? Something that I really regret is recording my mom's facial expression while watching the TV. She
Yeah.
looked like she won the lotto or she like saw like
Aw,
a pot of gold.
yeah.
It was the cutest thing. But yeah, she was just so happy. I was like, Mom, like, if you wanted me to be on TV, like, why didn't you allow me to do it when I was younger? Because I did have several opportunities then. And at that time, she thought I was just too young and, she didn't want me to be swayed by any like bad
Greasy,
influence and
Greasy. Yeah.
greasiness.
Greasy men.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's better, but yeah, to do it when you're right before you turn 30, once you really know who you want to be.
Right. No,
Yeah.
I am very grateful, but I think it's a rarity to be my age and have the opportunity to be on TV too. So I really think it's a blessing.
Oh.
Yeah.
how long have you been out here in Korea now full time?
For 3 years.
3 years.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So when you came here, that was like the first thing you did was the TV show?
Well, even then you weren't based here.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Even here you weren't based.
Is the
Yeah,
Well,
I was always like back and forth,
Yeah.
but I made the official move 3 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
Right
So I've been
on.
only here for 3 years, but I don't
How's
know.
your Korean?
I think it's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Probably better than yours.
That's not.
His Korean, have you heard his Korean?
No, I have not.
상부상조. 다다익선.
That-
액땜,
that does-
액땜,
That
액땜.
doesn't mean you're better than me.
Well, I'm just saying words that you probably won't understand. 액땜 했다고 치자. 무슨 말인지 알아요?
몰라.
그러니까 나보다 못하네. 비교도 안 돼 이거. 비교도
His Korean's good.
근데 너무 잘한다.
그러니까 쌤 형 아니야. I was gonna say he's probably way better than you too. The only person you're better at Korean here is Saul.
Yeah.
Okay, so maybe I should start coming out next week.
아니야 나와도 돼. 우리 알아서 할게.
You can go. We can have a rotation, maybe. We can
Yeah.
work it out. We can work it out.
His Korean's pretty good though. His
Yeah.
Korean's good. He
I'm just-
understands all Korean.
And I'm also like much better at Korean than you know. It's very intimidating speaking Korean in front of like
I know.
two of the most famous foreigners at speaking Korean,
Yeah, I know what you mean though.
Yeah.
Like even when I play games and I know someone's like, I'll sometimes play games like pro gamers and stuff. I'll do well until I play with them and then I just
Yeah. Also, like it's the same. Like when I'm around my friends and I'm the best one, like I'm really confident. But if I'm around you guys or like Julian and shit, like I'm just like, I'm not gonna. Everything I do, you guys are gonna like critique. And
The trick is just to not give a shit.
yeah, I know.
It's just not give a shit. It's just like whatever.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do it anyway. I don't
You
care.
never critiqued her.
I know.
always
You
said
always
your-
say it's good.
I always say your Korean's excellent.
He always talks about how much he loves you and he wants to kiss you and fondle you and.
Yeah. How do you know
we
about
have
that?
a guest, Sam.
Oh, sorry.
We have
sorry.
guests.
Sorry.
We have
I apologize. Try to be nice in
The
front of
pillow
this.
talk. I'm sorry.
Filter.
Is that going to get beeped out as well?
I don't know. Fondles. I think Fondo's not on the.
Fondles.
Kimchi list.
I'm sure it's fine for YouTube.
Yeah. Fondo works.
Speaking of YouTube, you've also got a YouTube channel.
Yes, I have.
What kind of content are you doing on YouTube?
Honestly,
Fashion?
it's really anything that I want to. I was actually filming you guys earlier.
Oh, really?
nice.
Yeah.
What is that?
He's making sure he didn't say something that, that he shouldn't have been saying. I'm very sensitive to when you're saying inappropriate. We're probably okay, except for what you said over there. So,
He's like, hang on. He's like, let me
I
check
made
my
a comment
hair.
about Polish people too.
Yeah,
Jesus.
Oh,
This-
dear me. So it's more of like video logs.
it's like vlog kind of stuff, right?
Yeah, it's vlogs, interviews, just like talking with, friends. I guess it's kind of like this setting,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Cool.
Right on.
Kind of
And
like,
he does YouTube as well.
Oh, actually, I was semi-looking you guys up. I didn't get to you,
Oh, okay.
but I was trying to figure out.
you could have looked him up and you wouldn't have found
That's
much
why.
anyway.
No.
What the fuck are you talking about?
No, the thing is,
I've got a bunch of stuff on the internet.
He
so
does.
when I first got contacted by you guys, there were only 2 guys on the show.
Yeah.
So that's why I looked up you
Come
two,
on,
and
man.
then
It used
I
to be
saw-
Dave and Sam.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Throw
only
her a
just.
bone here. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
okay.
only just officially got the nod today.
Yeah.
Come on.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought it was 2 people. So I actually brought some like hoodies,
Oh.
like pullovers,
I
only
think-
for 2.
I think
so
it'll be
I'm like,
funny
you know
if you
what?
leave me out. Let's go ahead and do this. I need to just fall into my role as
I love
the third
hoodies, so
guy.
I'm down. Thank you. That's so sweet of you. And I
No.
especially like that he doesn't have one. That's my favorite part about this present.
The gift that keeps
Aw,
on
this
giving
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
doesn't give to you.
No, I'll make sure you got one.
Yeah,
You get
Okay,
yours in
cool.
the mail.
thank you.
Maybe it'll get lost.
It's not your fault. It's their fault.
Don't blame the system. You're a product of it.
He always blames the system.
I'm just happy to be on the show. Yeah, I was like a guest. I was just originally just a guest on the show.
Oh, really?
We just had so much fun together that
Yeah.
they asked me to join. But now this might be the last episode.
You're good. You're a sweetheart.
Thanks, buddy.
How's the last? Where are we at now with this whole COVID? 12 months has it been?
That's what I was going to ask is, have you been back to New York since all of this
No, I
stuff?
haven't. I haven't.
My brother says it's a nightmare.
It is. a
I
nightmare,
heard.
yeah.
Honestly, we're so blessed to be in Korea
Yeah.
right now.
He says the rats are just having a field day in the streets.
What? They're setting up their own kingdom?
Well, it was just because like at night there aren't as many people like out and about in his neighborhood as there used to be.
Where
And sometimes he'll say Manhattan, but he said that like sometimes he'll be taking his dog out to use the bathroom and it's just like it looks like hell. It looks like giant rats running around and just very sketchy characters in the streets who you generally like wouldn't be able to see.
It's like Gotham City again.
Yeah, look,
that's pretty scary.
yeah.
Yeah.
How has it been like with your family not being able to see them for 12 months? And like, do you have work over in New York that you've had to give up?
No, actually, when I moved out here 3 years ago, I was luckily able to sell my business. But really, it is a struggle not seeing family for 12 months. Over 12 months. 12 months now. The last time I was in New York was last February, right before the outbreak. But it really is a struggle because I'm here all alone, you know? And it does get,
Do you have any extended family here?
I do, but I'm not really good at reaching out.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
guys don't do the FaceTime.
We do. We FaceTime all the time.
Yeah.
But my dad is actually planning to come in April. So I'm very excited about that.
Nice.
Yeah.
My mom was planning on that was like just about to buy her ticket
Mhm.
before this all happened.
Right.
And I've been here for like 10 years and she's never been and
Oh, wow.
everyone else has come. But
Speaking of COVID, how has
Mhm.
COVID affected the cafe restaurant
Oh,
thing that you're doing? I'm sorry if it's a big yikes.
Honestly, it's been quite a struggle. It's
can
really,
imagine.
I feel like it's whoever can just
Survive.
survive.
Yeah.
especially in Apgujeong, right?
Yeah, it was
The
really a
rent must be-
ghost
yeah.
town. Like
I think about that all the time. How much coffee you have to sell to pay rent in Apgujeong?
a lot.
But
Yeah.
Not only up, like even Itaewon, the rent prices are high.
Yeah.
And from what I've been reading, a lot of the building owners aren't willing to drop the rent because it's going to affect their property prices. Like in terms of bank loans and in terms of what they can borrow on that property, if they devalue their rent, all those values go down. So a lot of them are like they'd rather keep their buildings empty and keep the rent at a certain price.
I was
Yeah.
wondering about that.
I mean, I didn't really receive any relief from my landlords either. So it's been quite a struggle. Like that's also one of the reasons why we're trying to find other ways to generate income through our fashion brand. I'm actually personally working a lot more too. I'm working on another fashion brand. It's for athleisure. So
For
I've
what?
been
Sorry?
athleisure, like sportswear.
Okay.
hmm
Like what I'm
So
wearing.
athletic wear.
leisure. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. So I've been keeping myself quite busy. If you guys would like to support it, it's my fashion brand itself is called Court Studios.
Mhm.
Our cafe is Court Cafe. And this golfwear brand that we're planning to launch.
Golfwear.
It's golfwear.
Ooh.
Golfwear, sportswear.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you golf?
I am learning, but I'm not
Yeah.
that good. Yeah, but I'm learning because I need to understand the.
You want to learn?
Kind of, but it's every time it's such a fad right now in Korea.
Is golf?
It's always been
you
a
hang-
fad
but it's
here,
even
though.
more now.
It is.
It's really
pretty-
big right now.
It's really big. If anything, it's gotten more popular
Yeah.
because of COVID.
Yeah.
Everybody on Instagram is just so cringy.
Which
But I want to learn because everyone's doing it, and I feel
which
left
is
out.
why
Exactly, it's such a good. Yeah,
we need to have this new brand.
yeah,
So it
Yeah.
won't be
such a good idea.
cringeworthy.
What's
no,
the-
no,
what's
it's
the
such
brand
a good
called?
idea.
It's called Port Maine.
Port Maine.
Yes.
Cool.
Oh, I liked it. I like the name.
Yeah,
What's the
you know.
feel? What's the vibe of the golf wear?
So we actually want to create classic, like 1980s, 1990s aesthetic.
Nice.
With that, we don't want to sacrifice sexiness. When what we define as sexy is not just short skirts or clothes being tighter, but the way it really falls onto the body.
Mhm.
And we really believe in balance. So we don't want women to just look like schoolgirls.
Mhm.
We really want them to look sexy in a very
And
classy
sophisticated.
way. Exactly,
I
sophisticated.
love that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me, I think, like, I guess maybe it's as you get older as well. Like, I think women look even sexier the more they cover themselves up. Like,
Yes.
skimpy outfits for me is not something I find attractive anymore.
Mhm.
Like the right
It's a
level.
young. It's a more of a young thing. Yeah.
Yeah, but the right
absolutely.
level of like covering your body up, like even with my wife, she'll wear certain clothes, and I'll say to her, "I think you look fabulous today," and it's it's just the way she almost feels like a librarian kind of look, and it's like I'm
Sam-
digging the vibe. I'm like, I know
Hashtag
you're
kinks.
my wife,
What the-
but I'm still like, yeah.
It's good.
I'm
It's
digging
good
the
that
vibe.
you find your
Jesus.
wife attractive.
Hey, I love the fact that I find my wife attractive.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's
That's
great.
awesome, yeah.
And, it just means that that relationship is still strong. And I go to sleep, thinking, I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right.
There you go.
I'm gonna
Good
dress
for
like a
you.
librarian next
Points.
week.
Yeah, it's not going to work for you,
Let's
my
come
friend.
to the show
Yeah,
with
yeah.
librarian
Yeah.
outfits next time.
I don't know
I'm
about that.
actually very happy to hear that. That's actually pretty pleasant to hear.
Yeah.
What's that?
To
Find your wife attractive?
No, no, no.
yeah, and
And the sophisticated thing is a sexy look.
both.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. No, I think I don't know if it's an age thing or what it is, but I think society has focused so much on it being the smaller the outfit, the skimpier the outfit, the more skin you see should be considered sexy.
Mhm,
But for me, I think there are the more important things, and it should be confidence.
mhm,
I find a confident woman a lot sexier.
mhm.
And, if a woman is confident and that means she could be covering her body up completely,
Right,
that can be a lot sexier.
for
And
sure.
it's how you pull off an outfit.
Yes.
It shouldn't just be because the Kardashians are wearing it, this is the sexy thing and this is what should be, what we consider sexy. No. everyone has a level of sexiness that appeals to everyone differently.
Exactly.
So don't let what you're seeing on TV, on the magazines dictate to you what should be the level.
Mm.
I still miss it when you wear that little yellow thing I like.
Please. I don't have any. The only yellow thing I have in my wardrobe are socks.
Jesus Christ, Saul.
I miss it when you wear that little yellow dress I like, Sam.
Oh, dear me.
What was your dance again? That's what I just imagined you wearing a yellow dress doing your
The semi-love hop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved it when you did that.
Okay. Next time I'll do it for you in private.
All right, guys. All right.
On that note.
On that note.
Wow. What a note to wrap it up on.
Thank you so much for coming.
No, thank you for having me.
And if there's anything you'd like to promote, now is the time, whether it's socials or any upcoming event, launch, drop. We've already talked about Friends. I don't know if you want to promote that. Do you have a launch date for that?
Friends, I believe it is launching on February 17th.
Right on.
Oh.
Yes.
Are they doing it with like the p or the hiet? Like hurenji or
P.
hurenji?
P.
There's a chicken place next to my house called hurenji chicken.
Oh, really?
Yeah. That's like the old school way
That
of doing it in
is-
Korean,
Yeah.
right?
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay, so hurenji.
It's like
And the cafe?
Fighting or piting?
Yeah.
Yes, actually, once this whole, COVID really becomes more tamed, once it goes away, what we would like to do with the court cafe space is, I guess, have more of a very casual nightlife. But until then, we are.
Invite us.
Yes,
Yeah.
honestly, we have so many cool DJs that we are friends with that are dying to play in the space,
Listen, your parties are so much cooler if I'm there. Just trust me. It's so much cooler if I'm there. You know. Oh,
Yeah. A couple drinks in him. He's a hoot.
Okay.
everybody loves me.
He's the live of the
loves
party.
me.
Yes, well, once it is relieved, please, it would be greatly
Oh, it'd be
appreciated
my
if you
honor.
guys could.
We'll roll
Yeah, we'd
through
love to
wearing
come.
those hoodies. I don't know what
Oh,
you're wearing.
the-
If I get one.
Yes, actually, can I get
You
it?
don't
Please?
get one for the last time. It's mine and Sam's. Unless it doesn't fit me, then it's yours.
Thank you.
Oh, you know what?
I didn't get a chance to wrap it up though.
Oh, no.
I'm gonna wear
that's
this
fine.
next episode.
So I got it it's a pullover, not a hoodie. I'm sorry. I don't know if you like pullovers.
What's the difference between a pullover and a hoodie?
It doesn't have
One doesn't have
it
a
doesn't
hood.
have a hood.
Oh, okay.
So
One makes you look fat and the other one doesn't.
What is that?
I feel like pullovers make me look fat.
really
Then you don't get one.
I don't get one anyways.
I agree with
Maybe
you.
that's why I'm trying to talk it down.
Well, would you like? Well, you can have the pullover then.
You can have the pullover.
And then we have it in gray also.
Oh, that looks dope though.
Yeah.
Do you have a preference in color?
black,
Okay, perfect. I prefer grey.
like my soul.
There you go.
Thank you.
Whoa, that's
Black
really
like
sick. I
yourself.
love that collar.
Yeah.
Thank you. We like that retro aesthetic.
It's almost like a little,
You can toss it over. Got it.
almost like a little rugby top. I
Hey,
like it. Yeah.
look what I got and look what
Thank
you
you.
don't got.
Yeah. Bad baby.
She said she's gonna hook me up later.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
That's
She's
what they
probably
all
going to
say.
forget all about us when she leaves.
Wait, who
Well, at least
Saul?
you. Yes.
What's his name again?
Oh, the guy that's never going to come out in the podcast anymore.
This one's in the canon. There's gonna be a list of coming.
I love it. I love it.
All right. Well,
Well,
Yeah.
thank you guys for having me today.
thank you for joining
Thanks for
us
coming.
today.
Absolute pleasure for
Pleasure.
having us. Absolute pleasure for having you. on
She's
the-
already taken over the show. She
I tell
kicked
you
me
what.
off.
No. Oh my God, I'm getting so confused. I don't know who's hosting the show anymore. Wow. Thank you so much for
Yes.
joining us today. Of
Thank you.
course,
Thank you.
if you want to watch the podcast in full, you can check us out on YouTube at The Dive Studios. Find us on Instagram at The Dive Studios as well. You can listen to the podcast on Spotify or on Apple Podcasts. And don't forget to leave a review. 5 stars is how many stars we're looking for. Thank you very much and look forward to seeing you next time. Bye,
Bye,
guys.
guys.
Bye, guys.
안녕.
Hope you enjoyed the clip. If you did, listen to the full episode on Apple Podcasts or Spotify.
And make sure to subscribe to this channel, Dive Studios, and put those notifications on. Hit that bell.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.